Ah, here, raw.
For the first match tonight, but the second game is still coming up.
No, Fredo, another unfortunate news. There's not going to be
Oh,
any game number two. Looks like RNTX have forfeited their match against
oh,
Squad
wow.
Z.
Oh my God, what's happening tonight? I don't know, but it's a holiday for the people at the workplace, for us, for me, for Peachy, and the people working in the production team right now, and even the referees who are ready to hosting the matches. But unfortunately for the audience who are here to witness the matches, it's going to be a sorry figure from all of us, right? As we are not going to be having any matches, and with that, Rage Quit living up to their name, definitely quitting out of the tournament itself. And yeah, that's all I can say. Pichi, do you want to add something more before we end it?
So I hope you guys enjoy. This is just, another unfortunate day. But don't worry, tomorrow we still have more games coming in for you guys. Three more matches, maybe more matches. And let's see what will happen. With that, ladies and gentlemen, just let's take a break and we'll be right back tomorrow. But till then, bye bye. Take care.
एक्सट्रीम फाइबर आपके नए स्मार्ट टीवी को देगा
एंटरटेनमेंट जोरदार नेटफ्लिक्स के सारे स्टार्स Amazon प्राइम वीडियो
सुपर
मजेदार लोकल शोज का
People to try out new things, and I've seen a lot of people trying out their own comfort picks, and that's the reason why, like I said yesterday, we saw the three marksman picks as well. So yeah, let's see how this draft goes. Hopefully we'll be seeing some comfort picks coming in, I feel like. But other than that, let's see what these guys decide to do with this new patch.
Let's see. There's been a lot of fighter goal lane nowadays.
Yeah.
Some teams don't opt for it. There are some teams who are still going for the same. So let's see if today we get any of these teams going for the same. Draft is on. Let's see what will be the bans. I think the classic bans would be the Grog, the Lapu Lapu, or possibly even the Yuzhong. I have been seeing a lot of Yuzhong getting banned up. Understandable, his damage is really great. A sustain and steam fight is definitely a fantastic addition to it. And here we go. We got a first ban right here, the Gatot Kacha. Now, again,
Yeah.
banning the Gatot Kacha, it does means that the possibility of an Eve or even a Zushin or even a Farsa just shoots up high.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You do want to ban out the Gatot Kacha if you're picking up one of those mid laners first. And that's probably the approach that Crimson Echo are looking for. And while this name, Crimson Echo, it does remind me that this side is probably kind of good because if you see it, that lineup there, PYZ, an OG guy from Evil Esports, is playing in that lineup, and Suzumi as well. I've heard quite a bit about that guy. I can't even remember which lane he was. If I'm right, he was the mid laner. Even if I'm wrong, then man, forgive me. I just confuse him for someone else. At the same time, Rage quit here, going for that instant Sora ban, and I feel like it's kind of worth it because Sora is kind of still, I would say, a bit overpowered at the moment, especially because of the duality that he has with his skills, where he can go more tanky if he wants, or he can go more damage according to the situation, and that just allows your side lane to be much, much more flexible, and that's definitely going to make things harder for you. So Rage Quit here, banning out that new hero.
Definitely a great, set maker that you're talking about the Sora. So being on the ban list, that's very good. I have seen few of the teams not going for the Sora bans and not
Yeah.
picking up either. So that's definitely a surprise for me, given the fact that he is, a bit, does needs a bit of challenging, like onto the EXP, because EXP you need to make sure that your lanes are being covered, your turrets are being not, at the same time, he's much more of a team player rather than being onto the, EXP lane, confined to the EXP. So I do want to see what we'll have moving forward. We did get a bit of Arlet ban as well, which is
Yep.
looking good coming in from the side of Team Rage Quit. Fighter focus. So they are like, they have an idea that Crimson Eco are going in for a bit of a fighter composition.
Yeah, it's kind of getting obvious right now that they're going for those fighter bans right now. At the same time, Crimson Echo targeting more on the roam section. Seems like the roamer on the side of Rage Quit definitely has been on the diary notebook or whatever that Crimson Echo carries to the draft stage right now. At the same time, mid lane is also going to get prioritized here by Crimson Echo, going for the Crimson Beacon owner, actually the Wishing Lantern owner, Zushin right here. Crimson, and you know that Crimson is actually one of the name of the skills, right? Crimson Beacon of Zushin. So it does kind of sound very, very familiar, banning it out right away. So that also means that the enemy is trying to take heroes that are basically do not have a lot of blink skills, I guess, because Zushin is always a trouble for those heroes which do not have blinks, because she's just going to catch you with the lantern and throw you up and down, and you can do nothing about it if you don't have those blinks.
Okay, strong bans coming in. Looks like Rage Quit have done their homework. They know that they will be going as much as possible for the fighters. Martyrs getting banned. I am not sure why the Martyrs is being banned. Maybe it's a homework ban, maybe a respect ban, or maybe 50-50 of both. So I do want to see how they will be playing around. Maybe onto the second match it will be getting answered. But as of now, Crimson Echo being onto the blue side, they have their first pick. What are they going to go for? I do want to see a fantastic fighter coming up, possibly a Lapu Lapu or even the Yuzhong, who is still open. What is it going to be? And it's going to be
Uh,
Yuzhong. In definitely a very good pick, but what our team, Rage Quit go to actually match this up?
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. The Yuzong is a kind of hero that kind of has that potential to snowball entirely by himself if he gets quite fed and if he is able to dominate the lane. The rotations are much, much more quicker. Okay, the answer comes right through from the side of Rage Quit. Beast is definitely going to go and maybe pick up the Lapu Lapu into the EXP lane, because the goal lane is definitely going to be a Nintal or could be someone else on that Claude. And Claude is definitely a good pick, but I don't feel like it's I feel like it's way too early to be picking up a Claude, right? Because in this meta
Yeah.
where you are you're more often seeing these fighter goal laners, Claude kind of struggles even against the traditional marksmen themselves. And if you put him up against a fighter, I think the mobility could come in handy if you play it right, but at the same time, you always have the potential of getting picked off early game. And if that happens, then you know that you're losing your lane matchup. And yeah, that kind of entirely affects your entire team comp as well. So this Claude pick, I feel like, is a bit too early from the side of Rage Quit.
I am highly surprised that they have picked Ecolord, ignoring Grainzother. Come on, it is
Yeah.
Grainzother, the king of marksmen.
Yeah.
He has been not been like dethroned yet. It's been seasons, so that is definitely a surprise for me. But on to the other hand, we possibly got a mage onto the middle lane, the Kimi. That really looks good. Kalea, another team fight potential. They have Lapu onto the other side, along with Kadita. Now, Kadita, if this map comes up to be the grasslands, I think Kadita's gonna have a fantastic time.
Definitely, grassland is definitely a very good map for Kadita. You know how she likes to camp in those bushes and get those pickoffs quite easily. And at the same time, Kimi, like she does have the range, but she does not have the blink like you think she has. So it's always much better to just pick off that Kimi with the Kadita instantly, and that's what the Kadita has been instantly locked in for. But coming to the second phase, though, it's going to be interesting to see that we're seeing a Baksha ban here coming in from the side of Rage Quit. I'm not sure why that is. You can easily pick up a X-Borg. I mean, X-Borg deserves a ban if you're going to pick up the Baksha, but the Baksha
Yes.
does not really deserve a ban right away. Like, see, Esmeralda was coming up. If they already picked an Esmeralda, then it would have been like, okay, I can't understand why you're doing that. But right now they have a Lapu Lapu and a Claude and a Kadita. Baxia should not really be a problem, but maybe it's just a respect ban. That's all I can guess.
Talking about the Esmeralda, though, I do feel like Crimson Eco can go for a goal in Esmeralda. Against Claude,
Yeah.
early to mid game works very well. You pick up a blade armor towards the mid to the late. I think the sustain works good in your hands. But at the same time, Rage Quit are much more focused onto the fighters, Fighter, the tanks, they want to make sure that Crimson Eco don't go for the same. So that's a surprise. Let's see. Crimson Eco will, answer to that with an assassin or maybe something tank like a Fredrin. I'm curious to know. But back again towards the banning phase, we got the Hilda. So Rage Quit. Okay, Hilda ban. That means an assassin, like 60-40 guess. I'm going for that. We might get an assassin on the side of Team Crimson Eco.
Yeah, this could be an assassin pick coming up because I mean those two bans they are like screaming out loud that it's going to be an assassin. They ban out the assassin that could trouble them right away. Is the Joy getting banned out first? Hayabusa still remains open and just to let the people know out there, Hayabusa has been very hardly picked in the M series, so it might be coming up here tonight as well. Even though the Shadow has been nerfed, the skill sets remain the same. You can still play around with your Shadows, farm up faster, and maybe get those pickoffs as well with the Rugi Shadow kills. So it is highly possible that Rage could can go for that Hayabusa because they already have a lot of mobility in their hands. They already have a lot of
Yeah.
burst as well. Claude is there, Kadita is there, Lapu Lapu is there. You can double down on that burst with the help of that Hayabusa pick. But okay, the safer choice, the better choice still remains open. Lancelot is up for grabs and they take it right away.
Crazy though, despite receiving nerfs, this hero is still standing strong, still being played out by many teams. This is just not one team that we are seeing a Lancelot pick. But here we go. This was
Oh,
the set that I was waiting for from the side of Team Crimson Eco. We got a YSS as well as a Ruby. Ruby quite surprising. Wasn't expecting again a goal lane Ruby situation right here. They don't want to go in for the classic marksman against a marksman. They want to spice it up. So it's game number one right here. But Rage Quit, they are not yet done with the draft. What is it going to be?
okay, they go for the high loss very quickly. They do not take too much time into pondering over what to pick last, as they have been waiting for the last pick since forever, I guess. And that's what the high losses showed up. And I think it does a couple of jobs. It does check a couple of boxes. But if you talk about the team fight comp overall, I still feel like the team fight comp is favoring the side of Crimson Echo. They have a Yuzong with them. They have a Ruby, Kimi. All these heroes just scream out team fights, right? At the same time, Rage Quit they're going to be mostly looking for pickoffs because that Kadita right there is not going to be there for the team fight, especially, right? So I think Rage
Definitely.
Quit, they have to definitely depend a lot more on those pickoffs. And if they get that right, if they get that snowball that they're looking for, because if not, then it's the YSS who is going to punish them really hard because there's a Claude on the other side. You even have a Lapu. All these heroes, they do need a lot of farm to actually kind of deal that burst damage that I was talking about. So aside of Rage Quit, they definitely have to play it very smart tonight if they want to win this. Meanwhile, Crimson Echo, they can look for whatever and can still come out on top.
Here you go. This is the draft for you guys. Crimson Eco versus Team Rage Bait. Now, I was not expecting a high loss. Again, a very good hero that has enough HP to, be into the team fight, soak up the damage as well. But I do feel like onto the side of Team Rage Bait, they do lack bit of a CC. The crowd control, the AOE that is missing. Other than the Claude, there's nothing much that we would be expecting around. But here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you into the first game. This is Arunoday Esports Championship, and teams are looking forward to go to the next step, which is one step closer towards the land. Let's see who lands up the first blood. Fredo, let's make some prediction. Who's gonna take the first blood right here in this match?
Man, I'm not really sure how to say it, but I feel like it's going to be the Eason Shin. It could be the Eason Shin. Man, he does have all the skill sets, that he needs to get that first blood going. At the same time, the other side has the Lancelot as well. So yeah, this could be going any side, but I would be highly going for the Eason Shin. And take a look at that. It could be the Kimi instead here. Revitalize getting forced out. Ninta. And he's still taking a lot of hits. The Revitalizers helps him sustain out that damage that was coming through from the Kimi, but that's an important resource burned down before the turtle, and it won't be up as well. So that's a very nice bait.
है तैयार
Very familiar, banning it out right away. Aksha ban here coming in from the side of Rage Quit. Hayabusa still remains open, and that he needs to get that first blood going. At the same time, the other side has the Lancelot as well. So yeah, this could be going any side, but I would be highly going for the Yisun Shin. And take a look at that. It could be the Kimi instead here. Revitalize getting forced out. Ninta. And he's still taking a lot of hits. The Revitalizers helps him sustain out that damage that was coming through from the Kimi. But that's an important resource burned down before the turtle, and it won't be up as well. So that's a very nice bait here coming in from the side of Crimson Echo.
Oh, definitely. I do believe that it would be up right before the total, which is much needed. But okay, Lancelot all alone, and Suzumi picks up the first blood. And now, interestingly enough, this Crimson Eco are playing quite aggressive despite not having any items onto their hands, so they know they have the damage.
Another one falling. It is going to be the Yuzong taken down first, blinded by Rage. Sorry, it's going to be actually the Lapu Lapu getting taken down first. My bad there. Blinded by Rage gets taken down, and that's a very, very bad news. You do not want to get a Yuzong, starts to snowball, because the moment he's able to, dominate his lane, it just becomes much, much harder for the enemy side to do anything.
Oh, that's a quite unfortunate moment. Suzumi picks up another one, and this is a easy turtle onto the side of Team Crimson Eco. Now they have been, playing out quite aggressively. Early game, it really dictates that they want to have that, uh, advantage. They want to make sure they have that. What do you call that? The power? Not exactly the power, but the advantage of having this much gold. And look at that, Suzumi running towards the gold ranking.
Yeah, take a look at that 1.8k lead that they're sitting on right now, and it just seems to keep increasing. As you can see, nobody from the side of Rage Quits actually has a farm lead over the side of Crimson Echo, and then when the gold lane is in a bit of trouble, in a bit of jeopardy, and that should not be the case. But okay, do they want to actually commit here for a high loss? They actually commit.
They do. But I don't think that was a good thing. Oh, wait a minute. Here you go. Rough face for Seth. But I think he can wait it out. He can get away. Ninta one, though, quite unfortunate. Doesn't be able to live to see another moment right there into a team fight. But okay, onto the top lane. The classic EXP that we will be looking for.
Yeah, classic EXP, always that domination. The try for dominating their lane is going on right now, and there comes the backup from the Lancelot to just help out Blinded by Rage for a bit, and that will help him clear those lanes and get back to safety. He needs to recall right now. Turtle coming up really soon, and he needs to be there for the fight, because if not, Owi from the side of Crimson Echo is definitely going to be the one pulling that steering wheel by himself. And there was a petrify, but okay, Black Dragon form cancelled there.
Okay. Blinded by Rage. I think that was a real blind coming up out of the top lane. But Kalea with the jumps and making sure Ninta one would be looking for another day, another beast. Though he's getting the pressure of his teammates getting down. He has to make sure to be at the topmost to give the damage as well. Doesn't have the equipments as of now. Slowly blind building it up, but at the same time, YS is being right in front of it. Hunter strike already done for him, but Lancelot a bit behind. That's going to be a bit of a problem, though.
Yeah, Lancelot is a bit behind, and that's not a good news. You do not want the YSS to be getting farmed that quickly, and that's why Crimson Echo clearly ahead, comfortably in their zone right now. They do not have to push the gears too hard. They just have to play with the flow, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. Just waiting for the right opportunity with that Kalea Tsunami Slam, and
ये
will
ढगले
they
को
be
भी है
looking for it? They're looking for the Karita, but Karita, of course, she does have that crowd control immunity. She won't be getting caught there, but Vice, on the other hand, looking for the Claw. The Claw is definitely going to be the main guy to try and carry. He has not been taken down even once, but that's why they're getting focused on it. The Yuzong even rotates.
Okay, bottom lane, there's quite a few damage right there. PYZ, he got it, but there goes Goblin right under the sea, unable to see another, wave of sunlight. But bottom lane, quite a lot damage for
Oh,
Ninta. And here you go. Claude tried to do some damage control for the minions, unable to get something, but he will be losing that though.
yeah, he will lose the tower, but he will at least save his life. And yeah, unfortunately, the Hylos will get taken down. Ninta here is not really having a good game. He's getting targeted again and again, even though he's a Hylos who has the highest HP in the entire game. He's getting shredded down like he's nothing at the moment. And Rage Quits here are definitely going to struggle quite a bit, but this is the last turtle of the game. And if they do not try and take this one down, then this could be a very, very big problem because the enemy will be getting quite ahead. Kadita here escapes, but that is a
Ooh.
very, very narrow one there. And this could be an easy turtle here for Crimson Echo.
Another turtle in their bags. That's quite easy as of now. They are getting a lot of openings because of PYZ with his, tsunami slam. But okay, Goblin unable to do. Okay, here you go. This is the crowd control I was talking about. They can go for it, but I don't think it's a wise decision to go for a tank. Rather, go for the marksman, go for the junglers. Let's see. OWI. Okay, bottom lane. There's a lot of damage on there. A lot of crowd control for this Claude, and he will be taken down. This time around, Lancelot did realize that it is not his moment to shine, so he's just waiting it out. I mean, he needs a farm. He needs, look at the level difference between the YSS
Oh,
as well as the Lancelot. He is able to
yeah.
1v1 Lancelot easily, but into the mid lane. Here you go. Goblin busted down once again. Suzumi, unstoppable. He's just picking kills by kills now. He doesn't need anything more.
Yes, Suzumi just needs to stay pretty and beautiful into the back line, sit there and just, keep dishing out the damage that she has been doing. And right now, it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. But I do see a way, just a way where Rage Quit can try and make a comeback, and that is by going for those split pushes. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. Take a look at the way 4 people up top. They know that the enemy is down bot as well, so they take the time to try and get a tower up top. And will they be able to do it? Let's see. And there it comes, Lee Shin. He does have the ultimate, and with that, they've taken down the first structure of the game. Bottom one also stands at 1 HP, but they have not been able to take down that. Pi is coming in. They want to go in for an engage, and will they find it? Let's see.
He's waiting it out. I mean, he knows he has that immunity skill, but
Whoa!
oh my goodness, huge song. What a set maker he has. He soaked up so much damage, but because of Kalea, he still stands strong. That's the passive of Kalea, making sure even his members are, getting recharged. Half HP already done. And here you go. We got our in-game equipment. Looks like Kalea went in for the first item. Fleeting time. That means Tsunami Slam's gonna come in one
Yep.
by one. A bit of a mixture we are talking about for the high lot. Oh, wait a minute, PYZ, he's waiting it out. He's waiting for an opening though.
Yeah, he's definitely looking for someone to catch with that fish hook of his, but does not find anyone right now. But that should be an easy lord here for Crimson Echo, as there's not going to be any sort of contest coming in from the side of Rage Quits, and that is it. We have the first lord of the game, and the tower's getting pushed down on all sides. Lord will be marching down the bottom side, and with that, the minions are definitely required to be set up for the side of Crimson Echo to come on top and, of course, get an inhibitor if possible, because who does not want an inhibitor, right? They do want to take down the inhibitor with the first lord itself so that they can create more pressure and play without even showing themselves on the map, because once that inhibitor is down, you are going to get a lot more, I would say, pressure on the enemy side because they always have to watch out for those super minions pushing in. Beast here will
The-
be trying his best, but let's see the setup coming through from PYZ. And the Black
Oh.
Dragon still not used yet to zone out the members. And there it comes.
Goblin though, rough waves are here, but at the same time, oh WY, backlane's taking so much damage. He has to go down, but on the same note, blinded by rage picks up so much time for his team. Now mid lane, the pressure is gonna stand strong. The Lord is there, but you know without the EXP, they are just hesitating a bit. They are waiting for PYZ to actually give up the set, but I do believe another inhibitor will fall down in this manner.
Yes, with that, three inhibitors getting taken down. Crimson Echo, perfect execution from their side. Very analytical, very clinical. All they have to do now is lock down the base, but will they be able to do that? Petrify combo coming up. And with that, the
Ooh.
shutdown comes through as well. This could be turning things around here. Blinded by Rage, going with the bravest fighter. A lot of damage being done by the Lancelot as well. Oh my god, Beast gets down set. And with that, PYZ here, will they be able to escape? The stun comes through. And with that, the Blazing Duet as well. The Ruby still surviving in a
Oh.
3v1. But that Claude finally gets to him. And that should be a defense. Black Dragon comes through, but very late to the party. And that is a 3 for none trade.
My goodness, I do believe, the cloth's damage transfer is pulling up very quickly right now. I mean, he did get his, two of three main items. So I do one more item, and I think he's gonna be all set. He can actually give up a good number of damage to the front laners themselves. So let's wait and watch what will happen. Rage quits. I think this is the time that they can shine right from the mid game to the late game since they have picked something of heroes that shines through mid to the late. And onto the side of Team Crimson Eco as well, but Crimson Eco taking down so much objectives onto their hands, they are definitely on the gold rankings as well. But at the third position, I do see Wen already being up by 8,000 gold. He's farming up
Yeah.
well. He's there doing very well, but it's just about time if we can see a epic comeback on the side.
Definitely, they are waiting for that moment, just like everyone is waiting for them to make a comeback right now because they have been getting their farm to the gold laner. Yven here getting farm right now, 2 items in. He just needs that one more item to completely shred down the enemies. The enemies also not really caring about the defense part, right? And that's the reason why none of the frontliners from the side of Crimson Eco have a blade armor, and that means that okay, the Petrify combo comes true, and Suzumi gets that kill onto the enemy jungler, and that is bad news here for the side of Rage Quest. They do not have their jungler available, but what is Oe doing? He
Oh,
actually makes it through. He survives that, but there comes the Black Dragon forming used as well, and that is another
oh.
member down.
The damage coming in from Suzumi. Look at that goblin trying to find some time but unable to do so. There comes the Cloud with the blazing duet. Gets
Oh,
one. Tries to get Suzumi. He does have the wind of nature as well, but no, he has to go back. The minions are there. Suzumi trying to target it. Oh, there is a stun on Ven and he gets taken down the Lord as well. It's over for Rage Quits. And there you go. Team Crimson Echo picks up the first win.
and with that, we have the first winners of the night. We have Crimson Echo prevailing in this first match, but like we already mentioned, it's not over yet. It's a BO3, right? And
Yes.
second game, things could go anyway. And of course, like I said, there's a high possibility that this could go into a game number 3. The first match was definitely testing the waters, and Crimson Echo came out on top. But you do not want to forget that in a BO3, anything can happen. You do not want to miss out on the second match. But talking about the first match, PG, it was such a clean execution from the side of Crimson Echo. They did not really make a lot of mistakes. Meanwhile, on the other side, I feel like there was a lot of lack of map control from the Hylos. He was getting picked off more often than
So this is
I would
for
say a Layla getting
the
picked off with a goal lane or a Claude as well. So that's
thank you.
kind of crazy that a Hylos, someone having the highest HP in the game, was getting picked off like that. What do you think about that from the side of Rage Quits?
Now again,